Okay. So, we are getting to, where are we? Here. Buying the product. So, let me close OBS, sorry. So we're at buying the product. The EKB model of buyer decision making includes also the idea of deciding where to buy, including the reasons for store choice and demographics such as age and gender. And this includes a study. We're not going to go over the study because it's not a key study. And then also post-purchase cognitive dissonance, including factors that can increase dissonance and ways to reduce dissonance, also including a study. So we have the EKB, caps lock is on, EKB, model of buyer decision making. And deciding where to buy. Reasons. Demographics. Age. Gender. And then last one. Post purchase cog dissonance. Factors which increase dissonance, ways to reduce dissonance. Okay, very nice. Let's go on to these slides, shall we? So, the EKB, let's close this. The EKB model, the Angel Kalot Blackwell. So those are the three people that made it, I guess. It is a model of consumer decision making. Takes an information processing approach and examines the stages that a consumer goes through before deciding whether or not to buy a product. Information processing approach examines stages of decision making when buying product. Let's find out what an information processing approach means. Views the human mind as this type of system that processes information in stages much like a computer. Okay, got it. So talking about the process, the stages sort of stuff. So this is similar to that. I'm gonna sneeze. My bad. Okay, the process begins with incoming information about the products on offer, such as the product itself, price tags, merchandising displays, etc. Consumer must pay attention to the information in order for it to be further processed. At this point, information from long-term memory will be retrieved, such as past experiences, recall of times when the product would have been useful, and most importantly, recall of other rival products, which serve as baselines for comparison. Okay. Process begins. Process begins. Incoming information processed. EX. Product. Range of products. prices. Sorry, my typing is not very crisp currently. Prices. Merchandise. Let's say displays. Displays, etc. This seems redundant. Consumer must pay attention to the information in order for it to be further processed. Pretty redundant. Long-term memory retrieved after. Let's say soon after. Past experiences with product. Recall situations where prod would have been useful. Oh, I see. Interesting. Wow. No, I don't want to do that. I want it to match this. Why am I being trolled? Whatever. Probably would have been useful. Recall of rival products for comparison. Next. Consumers may need to be exposed to product information repeatedly for the sale to be successful. If it does not capture their attention and raise awareness of why the sale would be beneficial to them, the sale will be lost before the decision-making process has even begun. Alrighty. Captured for sale to be say repeated exposure to product info helps. This is some random bullshit, don't care. The model suggests that it comprises 5 linear stages, starting with problem recognition. Make a little space here. Model comprises 5 linear stages. Starts with problem recognition. Consumer must identify a problem solvable by the product to continue, I'll just say to consider the purchase. Once you have regular, we start searching for solutions and evaluating alternatives. Once prob is identified, consumer will begin searching for a solution and evaluating alternatives. Model factors that affect the model factor within A. What is happening to my freaking thing, man? Wacky. Okay. My internet's just going out over and over. Hopefully it's not fucking up the video. Okay, factors that affect the model. Or that affect decision making. Process / model. Individual tips, such as beliefs, values, attitudes. Well, I mean, you can't really have multiple attitudes. You can only have one attitude, so it's a little bit fucked up. Personality and lifestyle. Personality, lifestyle. Also includes external environmental factors. The better word actually here is situational, because situational versus individual is the idea, right? Just family, culture, cultural norms is good as well. Cultural norms, cultural norms, socio-economic status / background. Nice outcomes. Model outcomes. Outcomes from either purchase or no purchase. Sense of, or we'll just say satisfaction. Satisfaction. Pleasure. Dissatisfaction. That's a crazy word. Dissatisfaction and dissonance. arises from thought, behavior, conflict. All right, cool. Valuation of the model. Jesus Christ, it goes on forever, huh? Model eval. Holistic approach. The researchers consider complex interactions between stimulation from the external world in terms of the marketing of the product and our own private internal world of memories, emotions, and intentions. In addition, there is an awareness of the social context of the purchase and how this will or will not help the buyers to fit in with their peers, family, and wider community. Encourages marketing personnel to think more broadly about the factors that affect our purchase decisions and to view each customer as unique. Considers individual and situational factors in marketing. Awareness of, what did we write before? Well, that's already both. Helps marketers view each customer as unique. Okay. In addition, okay, simple enough. Oh, these are strengths, huh? Strength, weak, only explains decision making for products chosen due to need / problem. Consumer is assumed to be rational. Fails to acknowledge impulses / irrationality. Limits application of model due to no explanation for purchases with no pre-shopping intent. Deciding where to buy. Finally, we got here. Jeez Louise. There's a lot, huh? It's almost been 30 minutes. Nice one. Let's see, how long has it been? It doesn't tell me. Fun. Let's continue. Okay. Shoppers are involved in decisions not just about what to shop for, but also where to shop. Shoppers must decide where to shop. Simple enough. Stores, shopping centers, and complexes need marketing strategies to attract shoppers, and this can be a difficult task in the age of online shopping. The reasons shoppers choose certain stores are many and varied and may result from a cost-benefit analysis of the advantages and disadvantages of various options. For example, a store may be known for poor staff welfare, but be cheap and convenient, and a great product range, but poor customer service. Shoppers weigh advantages and disadvantages of different stores. Cost benefit analysis. Next slide. Shoppers are, Lord help us all. Got this. I assume this explains it. Shoppers may decide to visit a new store or mall. Let's just read through it. Situational factors. Aspects of the store. Accessibility, convenience, cleanliness, organization, the nature of the shopping trip. Buying for self versus buying gifts. Time pressure. Variety of products required. Researching options. Getting ideas versus definite purchase intention. Individual differences. Beliefs, values, and attitudes. Personality. Age, and other demographic factors. So let's just go from here. Yeah, let's just go from here. So, reasons. Situational are accessibility / convenience, cleanliness / organization. Yikers. Nature of trip. EX. Gifts / self. Time pressure. List length, we'll just say, in terms of variety of products needed. Pre-shopping intent. As in, did you do research beforehand, sort of thing. Individual. Staff welfare sustainability. Okay. Beliefs, values, attitude, personality, age, gender, socioeconomic status, past experiences. Travelers decided to visit a new store or mall as they are curious and want to experience something new. It has been the case for trying a new store might be to find a specific product that's not available. Also, maybe better to treat you when not even costing. Therefore, the considering might be to avoid a costly mistake and effort to. This is whatever. Don't care. 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 And that's the end of our slide, huh? Are you for real? This is the end of our slides? Nah, you gotta be joking. No, it's not. Oh, it was just fucking with me. Okay. And now we're on to post-purchase cognitive dissonance. What is cognitive dissonance? We're gonna write cogdis is a state of mental discomfort. Wow. Discomfort. Discomfort of the goat. State of mental discomfort arises when beliefs / values conflict with behavior. Once again, it's not working. Dickhead. Okay, I fixed it. Examples from consumer psychology. Huh. Yeah, I kind of want to look at it in the textbook, actually. Ooh, too far. Wow. Almost exactly on it. Okay, it's fine. I'm just scared of my teammates having the worst slides ever. Organic foods are seen as better for healthy environment. Consumers express approval despite higher costs. However, actual sales do not align with stated approval. This reflects cognitive dissonance, holding green beliefs but not acting on them. Okay. EX, buying McDonald's when you wanna be healthy, or buying non-eco-friendly stuff. So it's just being a hypocrite. Like, what is this? When you are trying to be eco-friendly. Some bullshit. Oh, I feel bad because I'm a hypocrite. Post-purchase dissonance occurs when a consumer, compromises. Usually arises from compromises. Wow, that's sick. Usually arises from compromises. Sheesh. Regret, dissatisfaction. Example, whatever. Factors that increase cognitive dissonance. Increasing factors. Greater commitment. greater commitment. Humans seek consistency in beliefs and actions. To reduce dissonance, they justify behaviors seeming consistent with their values. Those with greater commitment. Those seeking more consistency. Cognitiveness is reduced via justification of behaviors, which are consistent. Involvement, greater motivation or commitment to a purchase, increased likelihood of cognitive function. Okay, this is weird. I don't know, but weird. Greater commitment. Influenced by cost, time spent, emotional value, effort, even without prior planning. Over time, pleasure and arousal from impulse buys fade. Buyers may question the purchase. Okay, so that's fine, yeah. Utilitarian value is low. Usefulness. Culture and religion may increase cognitive dissonance when participants are deciding to buy products that may be desirable in one culture but seen as undesirable or even prohibited by another. Cultural factors. Ways of reducing dissonance. Sophia's resolution of cognitive dissonance changes her attitudes and pink sofa size and improves for something called adaptive preference formation. So you just change your opinion. You just delude yourself. Reducing conflict between opposing conditions, opposing thoughts. I saw a sofa I really liked, I didn't buy it. Resolves dissonance by restructuring her attitudes to align with her behavior. Restructuring of attitudes and memories to adapt to behavior. And this is called adaptive preference. That's preference. Preference formation. Other ways, a social proof. Proof. Seeking approval, reassurance of behavior. Positive feedback or purchase. Leaving a review which backs behavior. Okay, Nordval, don't care. I don't think this is one, right? This is not a study, is it? It's not. It's not. Okay, well, so we're done. Nice. Let's go over it real quick. Okay, the EKB model of buyer decision making. It is the model of consumer decision making. It takes an information processing approach which examines the stages of decision making when buying products. The process begins with incoming information, which is processed. For example, the product itself, the other range of products around it, the prices, displays. Let's make this full screen, etc. Long-term memory retrieved soon after, which involves the past experiences with the product, recalls situations where product would have been useful, and recall of rival products for comparison. Consumers' attention must be captured by the product for the sale to be effective, and must be informed of usefulness to them. And repeated exposure to the info about it helps. It's a double space, I think. It's not a double space, wow. The model. The EKB model comprises 5 linear stages. Starts with problem recognition. The consumer must identify a problem solvable by a product to consider the purchase. And once the problem is identified, the consumer will begin searching for the solution and evaluating alternatives. Factors that affect decision making in the process/model are individual differences like beliefs, values, attitude, personality, and lifestyle. Situational factors like your family, your cultural norms, and your socioeconomic status/background. Model outcomes. Outcomes from either purchasing or not purchasing a product can be satisfaction and pleasure, or dissatisfaction and dissonance. And the latter arises from thought behavior conflict. To evaluate the model, strengths are that it has a holistic approach, which considers individual and situational factors in marketing, and awareness of both of these can help marketers view each customer as unique. Weaknesses: it only explains decision making for products chosen due to having a need or problem that can be solved by the product. And so the consumer is assumed to be rational, and this fails to acknowledge impulses and irrationality in purchase decisions. And this limits the application of the model because there's no explanation for purchases with no pre-shopping intent. Now, in terms of deciding where to buy from, there's reasons, demographics, age, gender, so on. So, shoppers don't only decide what to shop for, but also where to shop for those things. The shopper has to weigh advantages and disadvantages of different stores, sort of cost-benefit analysis. The reasons they'll take into account are situational, accessibility/convenience, cleanliness/organization, the nature of the trip. For example, are you getting gifts or are you buying something for yourself? Are you under time pressure? How many things do you have to buy? And did you have any pre-shopping intent like research beforehand? Or are you just impulsive? Individual reasons or factors, beliefs, your values, your attitude, your personality, your age, your gender, your socioeconomic status, and your past experiences at different stores, right? And finally, we have the final section, post-purchase cognitive dissonance. So these are, and it'll also include factors which increase dissonance and also ways to reduce dissonance. So cognitive dissonance is a state of mental discomfort which arises when beliefs slash values conflict with your behavior. For example, buying McDonald's when you want to be healthy, or buying non-eco-friendly stuff when you're trying to be eco-friendly. So basically, when you're a hypocrite, you go into post-purchase cognitive dissonance. Who knew that people experience mental discomfort when they're hypocrites? W. So this usually arises from having to make compromises in your purchase decisions, and that results in regret and dissatisfaction. Some factors which increase post-purchase cognitive dissonance. Um, uh, is that those with greater commitment um, and like motivation in your purchase, or those who are more committed to the purchase itself, will feel more post-purchase cognitive dissonance. And this is influenced by the cost of the item, the time spent looking for the item, the emotional value connected to the item, the effort they put in to find the item or buy the item or whatever, right? Like how involved they are with the item, the usefulness of the item. If it's not useful at all, then usually they'll feel worse about it, and also cultural factors. Then cognitive dissonance is reduced via the restructuring of attitudes and memories to adapt to the behavior that you made. Because the behavior that you did can't actually be remolded, but you can restructure the way that you can restructure your beliefs or values or whatever, or your attitude about it, and adapt that to the behavior or to the action that you made, and then you'll feel better. And this is called adaptive preference formation. Another way is social proof, so you can seek approval / reassurance of the behavior that you did. So, for example, you could look online for reviews about the thing that you didn't buy and find out and, see people look for 1-star reviews and then feel good. And also leaving a review, which backs your behavior. So if you end up buying something that you think maybe was too pricey, then maybe you'll go ahead and leave a 5-star review about how it was worth it or whatever. So basically, it's all about being delusional and retarded. W. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.